Street battles between Palestinian fighters and Israeli forces are intensifying on the streets of Gaza City. Meanwhile, Israel's bombing campaign across the north has been relentless. A major explosion hit near Al-Shifa hospital early this morning, one of many medical facilities that have been under near constant threat. The UN says tens of thousands of people have fled northern Gaza this week. There's mounting pressure from some European government officials to sanction Israel. Well, Al Jazeera's Hani Mahmoud joins us from Khan Younis inside the Gaza Strip. Hani, so just tell us more about that strike near the Al-Shifa hospital. What happened?
Yes, well, the more there are talks about a ceasefire, the more intense those relentless airstrikes get. Just last night, the vicinity of a Shifa hospital, very close to the main road leading to the entrance of the hospital, the front and the back, where the major targets of Israeli multiple airstrike, destroying major part of the hospital properties in addition to the infrastructure and all the roads leading to it. The hospital sustained a great deal of damage, severing major departments of it, including the X-ray department that sustained a great deal of damage. This all came right after an increased talks about a possible fire pause and a ceasefire for the release of some 10 and 15 captives. But the airstrikes continue to pound not only the northern part of Gaza, but as well the southern part where the city of Khan Younis was, also particularly the eastern side of the city of Khan Younis, where 6 people were reported killed in a target of a residential home. There are still people under the rubble, and we don't know if the rescue crew on the ground have been able to pull anyone from underneath those rubbles. And to Jabalia refugee camp, which was a site of major Israeli airstrikes in the past week or so, again was hit one more time with multiple airstrikes, killing some 30 people as initial reports from the area, and there are tens of other injuries. The airstrikes continue, and it doesn't seem to stop despite all the discussions and the talks about that there is a possible fire pause. But the worst of them is a Shifa hospital, as it is on the brink of collapse completely, and with continuous attacks on it will just put the hospital at the risk of completely shutting down. It is important to draw the attentions of our viewer that the hospital is still an evacuation center for thousands of Palestinians who fled the northern part and some parts of Gaza, where streets fight are raging as we speak.
Yeah, Hani, I was going to ask you, just bring us up to speed with the latest on that fighting in Gaza City to the north of where you are.
Yes, well, yesterday there was an announcement by the Israeli military that the Israeli tanks and armored vehicles are operating in the heart of Gaza Center, the heart of Gaza City, where according to Israeli military spokesperson, who said that they have been able to identify locations of Hamas elements in tunnels underneath residential homes at the center of Gaza. That's where the Israeli military is pushing it from 3 main axes, from the north, the east, and the south, in an attempt to squeeze the Gaza Strip. But as this happening, Palestinian militants are fighting back those Israeli tanks and Israeli military in Gaza City, and there are reports about fierce battles and exchange of fire going on inside of Gaza. Now, because of the disabled communications, and we only get our updates about what's going on in the streets of Gaza almost by the end of the day. It's hard to know exactly what's going on, but as the initial reports talk about of people who are still in Gaza, of hearing a strong exchange of fire and loud explosions, they're only an indication that a fight is going on, and it's going really difficult at this time.
All right, Hani Mahmoud, live for us there in Khan Younis in southern Gaza. Hani, thank you.